Okay, there we go. I think I got it all set up now, so let's start. This is the Addon SMP, a modded origin story-based SMP. Everybody here right now is working on or has their own story and videos on their channel explaining their character and ambitions. And this is me, a lone axolotl human hybrid trying to expand his empire of axolotls in a sanctuary. Currently, I've been working on the start of my very own organization, the AAA, and constructing my base to make it more suitable for axolotls. But that's a video for a different time. Right now I need to gather some resources and make blueprints to construct the actual building for the AAA. So let's go do that. But first, let me explain what the AAA is and what it stands for. The AAA is an acronym for the Axolotl Adoption Agency. Sorry to break it to you, but we are in fact the harmless Axolotl Protective Agency here to give homes to our adorable axolotls, not some evil corporation. Now here's what we need to know to begin the Axolotl Adoption Agency's construction. The building will need to be familiar to an axolotl's environment, resembling that of a lush cave. So we'll need some moss, azalea trees, leaves, and flowers, as well as some clay, drip leaves, wood, glass, and a lot of water. I'm thinking of making this place into a lush aquarium made specifically for axolotls. The walls of the building will be an entire aquarium so the axolotls will have a lot of room to swim in. We'll also have an area for people to feed the axolotls live tropical fish, places for them to adopt their very own axolotl, listing their name, bio, and appearance, and finally, we'll also have our very own unique mascot. I'm thinking of a rare blue axolotl with a very unique, dapper, and fitting name for it. Now with all that in mind, I went into a creative world to design the building, and after a bit of experimenting, I ended up with this. Probably not what you expected, is it? Well, let's take a quick tour of the AAA Center. I added a couple of signs here, the AAA Axolotl Adoption Agency Origin District. This is the front entrance, there's another one back there, but it doesn't have a sign on it. But before we go in, you can clearly see our mascot, the blue axolotl in a top hat up there. If you go in, you'll immediately see some axolotl aquarium walls. The interior is a little bit small, but in the actual SMP there will be a basement, but it hasn't been built here. Here's our little axolotls. I have a resource pack on that amplifies the way that they look. We got a couple different axolotl colors. There you got a rainbow guy, you got a little white guy. And we don't have much lighting in here because axolotls prefer to be in the dark rather than that bright light. So they're only on the first floor for now. And here's where you'll be able to adopt an axolotl. There's gonna be some information on here for each of them individually in the SMP, but I don't know these guys, so I can't really speak for them. And then we have our axolotl feeding stations. Once we flick the switch, you'll be able to see the trapdoor go up, and then there will be a tropical fish right there for them to kill. Eat. This is the area dedicated to our mascot, Charles, our dapper little blue axolotl. People are allowed to climb up the statue and get a screenshot with him if they'd like. Just look at me. And this is Charles' gift reception. See, Charles is a very, very busy axolotl, so he can't be spending all of his time at just one AAA center. Now finally, for the end of this quick little tour, I have one last secret to show you guys. So if you look down there, you'll notice that there's a barrel over there. So if you flick this little button right here, look at that. I feel like the center is great. It's got enough axolotl vibes to fit the theme. Now note, this is just one of our AAA centers, so we'll be having much more later. Not all AAA centers will look like this one though. Since this is our first AAA center that we brought to the public eye, we'll be making it a lot more axolotl and eco-friendly. We don't want to undercut our morals here at AAA. The axolotls are our friends, so we try to make this as fitting as possible for them. Anyway, let's bring this thing over to the Addon SMP. Look at that. I think I did a pretty good job porting it over to here. The main differences between the one in the creative world and the one in the SMP is the fact that there's not as many axolotls or varying axolotls, but the biggest difference is all of these guys. Let me introduce you guys to the newest axolotls up for adoption. This is Beatrix, pink, a derpy airhead. This is Rainbow, yellow, indecisive yet competent. This is Peep, cyan, a very cute noise machine. Fudge, brown, flavorful personality. Now each axolotl is going to be 15 diamonds each to adopt because we want to make sure that they go to a good home. By the way, a little funny thing happened on the SMP when I was unveiling what the AAA actually stood for. You see, people didn't really know what the AAA stood for or what it was going to do. So when they found out...
Origin District. Oh, Origin District. So this is what we're adopting axolotl, is what we're meant to believe. Yo, Charles is sick. I love Charles.
I love Charles. Charles is so cute. Full support of the AAA.
Yo, water!
There were a lot of divided opinions on the AAA, and I have a feeling like there's gonna be more to come. There was a protest going on here before they knew what the AAA actually stood for, and yeah, they didn't really like it. During the unveiling of the AAA, I let them know that there was going to be plushies being sold at a market stand nearby. Well, I have all the plushies, but I don't have a stand yet. So I'm gonna make a nice axolotl themed stand right here. There we go. I'm gonna make a nice lush stand with a little bit of water in it to make it more axolotl-like. There's a sign here introducing it. Welcome to the AAA Center Origin District Charles Plushie Shop. Every Charles plushie is 5 diamonds. And then people can look at this chest and you will see all of the Charles plushies. Now before we head off, let me show you all the sales I got from opening up the AAA. Just look at all these profits. Yay, 5-star review. Somebody just bought all the axolotls and the plush. Yay, this is booming. With the AAA accumulating about 4 stacks of diamonds after just a few days of the center being constructed, I'd say that the AAA is on a great track to become the biggest company out there, and I can't wait to be known across the Dawn as the head of the AAA. Luckily, with such little competition between me and other companies, or lack thereof, I can gain much more funding for the company and put it towards expanding our markets, centers, and more. Although, I never want to forget why I initially started this company, so soon I'll be finishing the basement of the Origin District AAA Center and putting in some text for people to read about how this company functions so people can do to support it, fun axolotl facts, and the reason I founded it in the first place. But that's a project for a different time, so for now I gotta go do something. Wieder mal nimmst du Schirbruch. Why do you have to make it?